Today I'll be bringing you some tips and tricks to enhance your gameplay in Palworld. First thing we're going to talk about is when you're at your base, you have a PAL limit of 15 that you can have in your base at a time. But if you're at your base, you can throw out one of your pals, and if your pal has an ability that's able to be used, it's going to start working immediately. It's basically like you're having a 16th pal on the base. Now you're also going to want to make sure that you look after your pals in base. So right now all of mine are either on a short break or in good condition, hard at work. So if they ever get depressed or injuries, minor injury, major injury, it's going to affect their work performance. So they're not going to be able to make things as quickly. So if it's a watering pal, it's not going to be able to water as fast. And then they're going to take more time on breaks and it's just not going to be good. So if you look after them, give them the medicine, pet them once in a while, make sure they're fed, make sure they have food, give them good food, it's really going to help their performance, which is going to help you out in the long run. Another thing you can do with your pals on the base is if you lift them up and you look at whatever you want them to do that they're able to do, you'll see cooking pot, the pal can be assigned, or stone roof, it can't be assigned. So if you throw it at something that it's able to do, it's going to permanently do that. So right now he's going to be, there it is, waiting to cook, because there's nothing there, and he's going to stay there indefinitely. And if you don't want him to do that, you can just throw him anywhere else, and no work available in the immediate vicinity, switch him to automatic work mode, and he's going to go back and do whatever he feels like. Now, a tip you can do is in your feed box, they're going to want to throw everything in there. Everything from, your gardens, your tomatoes, your wheat, your lettuce, your berries. They want to throw all that in there. So if you put something that has to be food, but if it doesn't deteriorate, you can throw it in on all of the ones to the right, and it'll stay there so they don't put anything else in there. And they're going to want to eat whatever's on the left. So I got 78 salads in there, so they're going to eat the salads, and they're not going to touch anything else. So as long as I keep salads in the first one, they're not going to go and put anything else in here. Now you may have noticed I don't have anything in my ranch. That's because I currently have most of my pals doing all of this work, and I'm having them sell it so that I can buy the other stuff, the milk and the eggs, because the amount of money I'm getting out of this is paying for all of that and giving me extras left over. If you're like me and have an abundance of resources, what you can do is sell them to the trader. So for me, my tomatoes, I got 600, and lettuce I got 498, so 500. I got 37 in here. I have a bunch at my other base, and I have 341 ready to go. So really I could sell all those tomatoes. I could sell all of the, everything there basically. So if we have a trader in our base, you can see flour is only going to get you 40 coins for 20. Milk, 100, egg is 100, wheat is 200, baked berries is 200, regular berries is 100, tomatoes 300, lettuce is 300. So I could sell all of these and make my money back. So I don't even need to have anything on the ranch, because if I just have farming, it's going to be a lot more than selling it. You'd make more money than you would making the eggs and milk and using it. Now you're thinking, why do I have so many cooking pots? Well, the reason for that is every time I cook something and I don't want to grab it right away, and it's going to deteriorate and you won't have it anymore, I just let them sit in the pot, and the timer doesn't start for that until you take it out of the pot. So like the cake, for instance, it's been here a while. I grabbed 3 pieces of cake, and you can see I got 19 minutes 55 seconds. So if I would have left it in there, it would have just stayed there indefinitely. But also with the cakes, if you put them in the breeding farm, countdown doesn't go down either. So I usually have 2 breeding farms, one for holding cake and one for breeding. Now, if you're like me, you may have got to the point a couple times where you just don't have any room left in any of your boxes for pals. Now, if that happens, whenever you catch a pal or hatch one, a sphere is going to drop on the ground, and then you'll have to go back and get it. There's 2 ways that you can clean out your box. There's a third way. If you go to your party and you just drop it, that's kind of useless. You can either grab the butcher's knife, which you can make fairly early on at level 12, the meat cleaver, and then you can butcher the pal to get everything, all the same stuff you get when you catch it. So if it's like a Mammorest, you get the Mammorest meat and the oil, you get it all again. The second way is if you have a black marketeer in your base, or if you find one out in the wild, you can just go and sell them. Yeah, so you go to the black marketeer, sell contraband, and you can just sell everyone. So like these guys I'm just gonna get rid of. I really don't need them. So I'm gonna sell them, and they're not worth very much, but you'll get gold out of it. So that's another way you can get gold and free up your box at the same time. I have two ways that I recommend leveling pals. So you can see this Ellsby is level 9. The first way is any syndicate tower really, but if you come to this one starting area here with Zoe and Grisbolt, you can get a lot of levels really quick because they're easy to take down. So as you can see, it went from 9 to 19 just from this battle, which took like 1 minute. The second way is this Alpha Mammorest. If you capture him or take him out, it will also grant a lot of experience, and it's, if you're a high enough level, it's not really a tough battle to do. Up to level 30 from level 19, just from him dying. 62,000 XP for it. So that's the Mammorest here, your spawn. So if you do any of them that are high enough level, it really helps get XP quick. XP is level 20. Alright, 0%. Let's get our hyperspheres. Did I just go through him? And 10 levels, level 30, 61,000 experience out of that. And as for the capture bonus, you can see the back bonus does not apply once the pal already knows of your existence. So it doesn't matter if you go to the front or the back bonus only counts if they don't know that you're there, or they're not scared of you or attacking you or engaged in combat or anything. Now I just got this King Alpaca, and as you can see, both of my two guys leveled up. Even though my Mammorest is dead, he still got the XP. So even if you're like, yeah, he even learned a new move. Look at that, 10,000 XP for that catch. So it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive, as long as they're in your party, they're going to level up with you. Now as you can see, my Mammorest is knocked out, a little dead. So we're just going to take a quick nap. And he's back, good to go. So if it's nighttime, you can skip the 10-minute timer by putting them in your box and reviving that way. You can skip that whole thing just by going to sleep. If you're breeding, don't be afraid to just let the eggs pile up, because I don't know if there is a limit, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 4, 20 eggs here, and none of them have disappeared. So don't be afraid to just put a bunch of cake down and let them start eating. Alright, pro tip, when you're running around, have your pal spheres out, not any of the good ones, because chances are if you hit a button by accident, you're going to end up throwing the hyperspheres or gigaspheres or whatever. So just run around with your regular pal spheres out. That way you don't end up wasting your good spheres just because you bumped a button or something. If I missed your favorite tip or trick, let me know in the comments. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, liking and subscribing would be greatly appreciated. My socials will be linked in the comments if you wanted to follow me there also. And as always, thanks for watching.